Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about Schoology and pointing out a couple of important features on the website. So first of all, we go to the website schoology.com. It'll take you to this homepage and you are going to log in. You should have your login information from your teacher. So the email address would be the email address that you gave to either Mrs. Brigham or myself. If you have Miss McIntyre as your teacher, you're going to type in that email address. And then you're going to plug in your password. And your password would be your first name and your book club group. So for example, let's say I was reading the book Uglies and I was in group 1. My password would be Nicole because that's my first name. Uglies 1, all lowercase letters. Let's say you didn't give us an email address or you had some trouble giving us your email address or using it as the account. You can also use a username. So right here, your username would be your first name and your last name, and then your password is still the same thing, your first name, and then your group number, or group and group number, so Nicole Uglies 1. But this is a very important difference between signing in with an email address and with a username. If you put in your username, you must type in Scarlet Middle School. So start by just typing Scarlet because you need to do the click down menu one right there, and you can click Remember My School so it works next time. But you must fill in this area or it will not let you log in. I used an email address, so I'm going to change that and type in my password and log in. Once you've logged in, it should show this page right here. And it looks very similar to Facebook if you've ever used Facebook. If you haven't though, I'm going to walk you through some of the features anyway. So when you get here, everything, this recent activity, is going to show all of the things that have been posted on any of the pages to the groups that you belong to or the courses. So you should belong to two different groups. You should belong to the one that's for your book. So I have several because I'm the teacher, but you should. So let's say you were in Uglies, you would have the Uglies group. And then you would have one that says your hour, so let's say 4th hour, Uglies 1. So you have your actual book club group and the book group on here. And anything that's posted on either of those pages will show up on your general feed right here. So when you go to respond to your book club postings, you're just going to look at the question. So for instance, right here we have one of the questions posted. You can respond to it just by writing a comment. Now when you're the group leader, this is what you have to do, and it's very important. You must go to the actual group page. So let's say we go to 5th hour Uglies 1, if that was my group. And I would write my question as the group leader right here in this top box. So you're going to post your question just like you would a status on Facebook. So you type in your question here, and then you would hit post, and it's going to show up just like Shamar's did right here. And then your fellow peers would write back to you on this in this comment section down here. Now on your profile, you can go to your profile just like you can on Facebook, and you can change your information. So I could put a picture in right here of myself. You can upload one of those. You could change the info. So right now I just have my email address up there, but I could add a short bio, add activities and interests. I can edit that to make it look better. I could put up a blog, so if you wanted to, you could put up posts about what you're thinking as you're reading the books, etc. Just make sure that they are school appropriate. This is being used for ELA purposes. Another really important feature is this courses feature. So the first time you logged onto Schoology, you should have gone to courses and added your course using the access code. So I'm going to just show you what's on the page by clicking on one of them. So I'm going to click on 2nd hour ELA. And you'll notice here that there are a bunch of materials. This is where you're going to see most of the materials that we've posted. So if you go to Files and Links, Mrs. Brigham and I have uploaded every document that you've used so far. So all of the handouts that you've gotten and you're supposed to put in your folder are also on this website. So if you're at home and you need to remember something, you can click on it on here, or if you lose it, you can print a new copy. We've also posted all of the activities in PowerPoints. So you can see here's a PowerPoint from our character lesson. We have the images from our dystopia, utopia discussion. Let's see what else. The Wall-E video clip. So anything that we've talked about in class is going to appear on here for you to look at later. One thing you might be interested in is the book club expectations and the book club rubric. So while you're going to put on your post, you might want to check to see what requirements you have. So you can download this document just by clicking on it. Come down here, open it up, and there it is, the Schoology Book Club rubric. While you're putting your post up, you should definitely be referencing this. Look at the date, and this is exactly how your teacher is grading it. So they're going to check these for the points and basically go across and put a check mark in each of the boxes that you filled out correctly. And when you're done looking at a certain group or a course, you're just going to hit home, and it will bring you back to that page that you started on. There are a couple other useful features on this website. So one of those is messaging. So let's say you have a question between classes or after school, or even just a question we don't have time to answer in class. You can get on here and you can type in a new message. And you can type in a new message to myself or Mrs. Brigham, or you can type in a message to one of your friends. So you could type in my name, a subject, and a message just like you would do an email, but right on here. As you can see, someone already messaged me asking about a particular grade they got, and I was able to respond right away because it notifies me right away. There are a couple other things that you can do on here. There's a calendar, and you saw the testing quizzes section. Those are sections we're not going to use. We use the Google Calendar on the Mrs. Daniels website or Mr. Barriente's website, so we're not going to use those features on here, but they do exist. So in the future, if you use this in other classes, that may happen. And you can scroll down and you can always see all of the posts that you've put up so far and all of the things that your group members have put. So if you want to go back and look at an old one, you can just scroll through. If you get down to the bottom and you still don't see it, you can click on more and it'll take you to older posts. A couple of other fun things that you can do is Schoology does let you use emoticons. So you can type in those smiley faces, etc., and you'll notice that they show up. Let's see if I can find one. So you can type them in, they'll show up. You can also like someone's comment or status or question. You can hit the like button. That's a nice way to do things. Let's see what else. I believe those are all the features that are important to you. Remember, just like on Google, before you get off the computer to come over here and click log out so that you're out of your account, and so when the next person gets on, they can log into theirs and not into your account. And that should be it. If you have any questions at all about Schoology, be sure to ask your teacher either by messaging them on here, or if you're having trouble logging in, be sure to shoot them an email or ask them in class. One thing that I recommend is that you write down your username and password after the first time you log in inside your folder so that you don't lose it and so that you don't have trouble logging in at all. Best of luck. I'm excited to see all of your posts.